The road back to the capital was not as Koda remembered. The vibrant wildflowers of the Aethelgard vales had wilted into gray husks, and the air tasted of sulfur and stagnant magic. Behind Koda, a shuffling army of the fallen, their eyes glowing with dark, necrotic violet fire. Elian, the Kingslayer, marched at the front, his face a frozen mask of silent agony, forced to carry the very banner he had tried to destroy. When the spires of the royal city appeared, they were draped in black banners. Koda's dead heart would have seized if it still beat. The golden lion of the lineage was gone. In its place, tattered black silk snapped in the wind, the mark of the unseen hand. "They have taken it all," Koda rumbled, his voice like grinding tectonic plates. "The queen, the prince, do you see, champion?" The dark voice hissed in his mind, slick and mocking. "Your loyalty was a lie. The rot was always inside the fruit. The kingdom you bled for has already moved on to a new, darker master." Koda didn't answer. He simply sharpened his necrotic intent. From the city gates, a legion poured out to meet him. They wore the silvered plate of the Aethelgard guard, but it was tarnished with a sickly green glow. Their movements were twitchy, fueled by demonic ichor rather than blood. "Man or demon," Koda roared, the sound shattering the glass of the nearby watchtowers. "Nothing will stop death from coming home." The collision was apocalyptic. Koda charged like a battering ram of rotting muscle and vengeful steel. He didn't use a blade. He used his paws to liquefy plate armor and the ribs beneath. With every swing, a wave of violet decay withered the living soldiers, their demonic enhancements failing against the pure, cold weight of the grave. As each corrupted soldier fell, they did not stay down. Koda reached into the air, his claws weaving threads of shadow. "Rise and serve." The fallen knights stood back up, their green demonic fire snuffed out and replaced by Koda's purple glow. The tide turned instantly. The city didn't just fall. It was reclaimed by its own ancestors. The betrayal unmasked, Koda smashed through the throne room doors, the reinforced oak splintering like parchment. Inside, the scene mirrored his nightmare. The queen was bound in chains of obsidian. The young prince was held by the hair, a jagged obsidian shard pressed to his throat. Holding the blade was not a soldier, but the high priest Malakar, the man who had blessed Koda's armor a decade ago. The king was weak, Malakar sneered, his eyes swirling with green madness. He sought peace. "I seek power that never ends." "You are a failure, beast. You couldn't save him then, and you won't." Koda didn't let him finish. Memories of the king's dying eyes flooded his mind, turning his grief into a physical explosion of power. He loosed a roar of the void. The shockwave sent the unseen hand assassins flying against the stone walls, their bones snapping upon impact. Before the priest could react, Koda was upon him. He didn't kill him quickly. He caught the priest's arm, the necrotic frost of his touch blackening the man's flesh instantly. With a guttural growl, Koda reclaimed the obsidian shard and drove it through the priest's own treacherous heart, binding his soul to the throne room floor to act as a permanent, screaming rug for the royals to walk upon. The room fell silent. The queen gathered the weeping prince into her arms. They looked at the towering, terrifying monstrosity before them. The bear they used to feed honey cakes, now a titan of the apocalypse. "Koda," the prince whispered, reaching out a trembling hand. "Don't go. Stay. Protect us." Koda looked at his claws, stained with the filth of demons and the dust of the dead. He looked at his army of shambling horrors waiting in the courtyard. "This kingdom needs living champions and heroes." "Little king," Koda rumbled, his voice softening with a ghostly echo of his old warmth. "Not monsters, but know this. When heroes are not enough, when the light fails, and the shadows grow too long, I shall serve again." Koda turned and marched his army out of the city, leaving a cleansed kingdom behind. He returned to the ancient, frozen cavern of his birth, far above the clouds in the Iron Spine Mountains. There, he built a seat of power. He didn't use stone or wood. He used the bleached, reinforced bones of every assassin and traitor he had hunted across the land. The revenant warden sat upon his throne of bone, his violet eyes dimming into a watchful slumber. He is not dead, nor truly alive. He is the grave of Aethelgard, waiting for the horn to blow one more time.